Deshani, Jayasuriya, as you know, and I have been doing classes since 2018. And after COVID, I have changed how I do classes and changed into, online platform. And I have a lot of students from different areas, not only in Sri Lanka. Some people has gone abroad because of these economic situations, and also I'm doing classes for them online. So it's a huge area that I could cover because of going into online platform, right? So, and as my profession, I'm a senior software engineer at Purchaser, and I'll be talking about things in the industry, how things goes with these, right? So, if you take about the first unit, it's more into kind of things related to actually number systems, right? If I talk about this one, I think I haven't properly saved it. Uh, it's done. So this is an earlier note. What happened? Okay, now it's fine. So I was talking about the first note itself, right? So I'll be sharing notes in here. There's a lot of students right now. I can add your email as well. I think Nehan, is it the same email that you have? Your mother's email? Okay. So it starts with I can't remember. I think
my mother's name is Avanti.
all right. Avanti Kanaik, right? Okay. Yeah, it's there. Right. So I'll add it. Okay. So you get an invite, and so please share your email as well so that I can share it.
Teacher, can you send the link for that website, teacher?
Yeah, sure. This website. Okay. Yeah, you can even go to Google Gmail and log in from there, or else you can use this link. The link to join. Yeah. So, Sandra, if possible, please share your email later. For now, we'll do it together from here. I think even I haven't, downloaded the note to this place. Right? We just download it. Right? So this is how you download. You have to click on this print icon, right? I think Neha knows, but similar, this is how you download it, and the note will be like this. And if you want to get a local copy to your computer, you have to click on Save As, and you can save it to your screen, right? To your this local machine, right? So I'll say I share it as credit unit 1 number systems, right? So it's more into
Activities. It says teacher class not found, and I click the link.
oh really? I think you have joined from another one, if you can check on if it's the same account that you're trying to join, or else I can share you this invite from here. Yeah, let's do this way, because maybe you're using another email, because usually it's from here. some connection issues for Silva, I guess. Silva, I hope you're able to understand this part, right? So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Uh, yeah. So, I think now you can be able to get it. So when you save it as I said, with the name, a proper name, and I'm going to save it as unit one. Um, save first unit. So it's more into how a computer understands the things that we do in this lesson, right? If you just go through the this unit itself, it's more into that kind of thing. Right? So we have to see how a computer understands things that we tell into the computer. Right? So, for an example, if I talk about a computer, sometimes they're able to understand the English words, the images, right? Anything that we share into the computer, right? So, say for an example, you are doing some coding in this language. This is C sharp, right? So, when you do that, this is how a computer understands. This is for the unit one, right? So computers can't understand English language, right? It understands only the machine language, right?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes,
That's how teacher programming languages are coded.
yeah, like there's a specific way to code each and every letter, each and every number, right? Not only a specific, say for A, there is one code. For B, there's one code like that. So together, if you want to say something in um, this language, it is you have to get it into this low level languages, right? So the programming languages are high level languages, right? So with that being said, you can see like in here, there's a high level language, which is in English language. And when you have a converter, there's a, just like say when we are going to another country, right? Think in that way. And we don't know that language. We have a Google Translator with us and we can see how, you know, this, to talk to those people, to communicate, you need to get a translator and communicate with them using their language. Say if it's China or Japan, they doesn't use English much as we do, right? So we have to use a translator and do that task, right? Same way in here, we are doing it using this converter. It's called a compiler actually, where this English will be translated to machine language, like in this 1-0 format, right? So when we are adding something to the computer, we have to use this way, right? Like say we are going to get a new robot being created, right? So like totally new robot, we can't tell that to move it, this is the way. Right? We have to do it from the beginning, like to how to walk, how to talk. Everything has to be coded in this way, right? So like in here I have said human uses computers, right? But to say things like this, we need a specific code for each thing, whether it's text, whether it's numbers, whether it's images, right? So to do that, we need a specific language, and that is called machine language, right? So just like we have a specific language to talk, so for me, I can talk in only English and Sinhala, not more than that. So if I want to talk, I have to learn it, right? But computers are not able to learn a language like us, right? It's not working like that way. We have to even say they want to talk as a robot. You have to give them the code language in machine language, then only they will convert the English and they will speak it, right? So this is more into that kind of a zone. For same things like to get a file or an image or any sound even, it will be converted always to these languages, right? So earlier, there was no thing called machine language. They were using abacus, right? So abacus is something like this, where we let me show this one, right? Accounting frame, we say. In our childhood we do, right? We to learn how to get machine, measurements, or like to calculate stuff, we use this counting frame, right? Same way we are using something called uh, you know earlier they were using this way, then it has been changed in by time, and now as for the computers we have to use machine language, right? So just like in here, when it comes to counting frame, these are the ways, right? We have hundreds, we have thousands, and we have sorry, this is hundreds, this is tens, this is ones, right? So this is how it gets into this, right? So I'm telling you this because we have to get into these things first, right? So tens and this is ones. Okay? So 344 comes like that way, right? So that is abacus. We say counting frame as well, right? So same way, when it comes to number systems, we have to use these ways, right? Decimal, binary, octal, hexadecimal, right? Why do we have four, right? So decimal is the one that we know, just like 0 to 10, we have numbers and we combine it to get numbers, right? Binary is something which is base 2. That means only two numbers are there. If you can see, 0 and 1, right? Because binary was not enough, there's a lot of things we need to tell it to the computer, right? So binary was not enough, so it went to the octal format, right? So after some time, because binary was not enough, it went to another number system to code these things that we translate, that things that we say in English, that has to be translated. So another new system has came to the play, that is called octal, right? That is between 0 to 7. You can't go beyond it. You can't go -1, -2 like that, or you can't go after 7. Right? So what we are trying to do here is we are going to translate the normal things that we understand in decimal. You have to translate it into binary, and we are going to translate it back
Teacher,
to, yeah.
why teaching are learning binary instead of the new hexadecimal?
Sorry, what did?
Why teach we are learning binary instead of octal and hexadecimal?
Actually, no need of binary right now, but thing is, that's in your syllabus. As you know, it's a very old kind of syllabus, right? So now we are using only hexadecimal, right? So say if I take any say paint, right? So this is a paint 3D. Okay, I was doing some things from here. Right, so if I just go into brushes and get some color code, from here, this is how hexadecimal works. Can you see? This is in HEX, that means hexadecimal, right? So these colors, the shades that I want to add into these places, we are adding it using this hexadecimal format. This is called the way that a computer understands the colors. For each color, you have a code, right? So now you actually what you need to learn is about hexadecimal to let something new to the computer, if you want to input, you need to use hexadecimal. 16 digits are there, starting from 0 to 9 and A to F. Right? There are 16 characters actually, 0 to 9 and A to F. And so with these 16 characters, we can do anything which we want. Say we need something related to blue color. Right? So what happens? The blue color gets moved, right? When it comes to a computer, colors are decided based on RGB values, right? How much red we have in that color, how much green we have, and how much blue. Right? That's the way that a computer understands and how a printer understands, right? So if you're going to print something using these codes, you are saying that, hey, I need to print this in pink color, like that. You're giving a value just like in here, and it will be translated to hexadecimal in order to computer can understand, oh, this person needs pink color to be added. Right? So like that, to understand this color thing, you can just go into Paint 3D or normal Paint. You have these color range, and one is this way, red, green, blue, right? Other one is another one. There's another color system available. So these are some things that we do usually, right? So this is a kind of a classroom that I have created on Paint 3D in the morning lesson actually, right? Just wanted to show that as well. That's why I didn't close it, right? So this is something that we could make, right? So I think Nihan already kind of know it, right? Still, I wanted to just show, right? So things like this we can work on, and even we can create videos, clip champ videos, and we can add sound to these stuff, right? So these things we do as practicals, not only these boring theory things, because it's in the syllabus. I can't help just to do it, right? So I'm doing it with a couple of these things. I think Sinra will, you will have a bit of time to learn about these things. We'll see how it goes with the time, right? So I wanted to show another thing from my things that I did actually today in the morning itself. I was sharing these things with my grade 9 students, right? They also like to learn new things, right? So it's still loading. It's related to solar system, right? So, like I said, one I'll go back to the lesson, right? Yeah, this is the other one I wanted to show. This is the solar system, solar panel. Sorry, solar system actually, right? So there, I have added all the 3D planets. As you can see, it's getting loaded as in 3D form. So both ways it's working, right? So it's something that we can build from the scratch, right? So we'll see how these kind of things can
Teacher,
be built. Yes, Neha.
teacher, I'm using Unreal Engine 5 teacher. For
Are we
those stuff,
using?
Unreal Engine 5.
I couldn't hear. Are we using the last part?
Teacher, I'm using Unreal Engine 5 teacher for those 3D stuff.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So that's better to use that kind of thing, but still, like 3D can be done in different softwares, as you said, right? So one is this one. There's a lot of softwares like 3D Maya, 3D Max, Adobe softwares are there. Like Premiere Pro, we can create 3D animation, right? So a lot of softwares are there. We have to know the basic stuff in order to build it in any software. That's the most important thing, right? So just a small thing to add, right? Not only this, it's good to learn new things. I wanted to show the other actually the paint related thing, right? So if you go into this um, paint related stuff, this is into red, green, blue format, and there's one called hue saturation, right? So the how much is there in the hue value, saturation, and lump sum, right? So any of these you can actually get the values, right? So these are two ways of getting. So say if you are going to get an image and you want to change the effects and all, you will be changing hue, saturation, right? So saturation means how much sunlight is required. Do you need some real effect of sunlight, that kind of thing, some brightness to be added to the colors? You can add it from these ones, right? So the saturation thing is not that much available on the Paint 3D because it's not used anymore. But still, it's good to
Teacher,
know. Yeah.
in my one teacher, I have RGB. This color thing.
Right. Yes, that is the way that computers, like this LCD screen or LED screen, understands. That is one specific thing, right? Red, green, blue, right? Same way, there's another one called CMYK, right? So if I go back and tell you here, one is RGB. Those are three colors, right? It's based on the printers and all. It depends, right? So this is one is RGB, other one is CMYK. That is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So K from,
Teacher,
yes,
my one was HSV.
sorry,
It
it's a,
says it's HSV. It shows under RG.
yeah. So that is hue saturation, and other one is vibrant. Yeah, the colors, the levels of colors, right? So these three are another one. Like you said, one is RGB, other one is cyan, other one is HSP, right? So hue, saturation, and vibrant, right? So the colors can be changed according to all these values. Okay? It doesn't matter whether you need, like say, you're going to get a blue color, and you can change how it works with the colors sometimes. Right, so these three, some more stuff for you to understand, because this is not actually related to printing thing, because it's more into get when you're sharing your screen, right? When I'm getting I'm having my camera on, right? So I can use the settings of the camera and get some brightness. If I'm like having not much of light here, I can add those kind of effects and make it more nicer to others to see myself, right? So like that, it's more into not into printing things. It's more into how it looks like, right? So to change how the looks work, you can use this, right? So yeah, that's one thing that happened, right? So all these values, as I said, it goes into the machine language, right? That's the most important thing. We went out of topic, don't mind. Like I said, any of these values, nowadays it's because hexadecimal is used. These ones will be changed into this coding language. Right? So it is based on 16, base 16. That means 16 characters are there, right? So you can store up to 0 to 9 and A to F, right? So that is how we learn about that, and we can see how it can be changed according to the binary values, right? So this is the most important part, how you change from ternary to um, binary, right? To do that, you need this table, right? It's related to 2 to the power table, right? So if you can see, uh, 2 to the power, sorry, 2 to the base 1, 2 to the power 1 is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4, 2 to the power 3 is 8, like that. It goes on until 2 to the power 8, 256, right? Have you seen like no can't go beyond this value if you are going to use colors, right? So if you're going to just go with the color, you can't go above 256, right? Because there's no other way of sharing things, right? 255 is the last part actually, right? So you can just see that it's not going beyond this value. You can't go above 255 any of these codes, right? So in these here. Okay, so that's one way of having it. And I forgot to actually subscribe for this month's Zoom package. You need to join back to the same link because I haven't paid. I'll do it just after the class today. So yeah, there's only 1 minute left, right? So we'll join back to the same link and continue, right? So yeah, you can join back. I'm also going to join back. Right? I think so. What I was saying was related to this thing, right? So as you can see, the colors related thing, right? So colors you can't go above 255. It's because you can't go beyond 2 to the power 8 base, right? That's the end. So when you're going to give some value, always it will be limited to 255. You can't go beyond that value, right? So say there's a number like this. In binary, it's only 0 and 1, right?
Is it
So
256 is the maximum?
yeah, it's like for colors and all, you can't go beyond 256 because that's
Teacher,
a inch. Yeah.
for like other ones like RGB and all, they can go higher than that, no teacher.
No, for RGB or CMYK, you can't go beyond it. This is the like the maximum level. Like right now, you
Teacher,
can't go.
they have like Pro RGB and Adult RGB things.
Yeah, there is a thing called like that, but the problem is for not, it's not for the normal computers, right? You can't go for like, it's like a special purpose kind of softwares. They have that ability, right? Not for the normal softwares like in here, right? Photoshop, yes, there's one way that we can go beyond this and get more layers or levels of colors to the other you know images or logos related things, but not in the normal software like you said. So good question actually, Nihan. So it's more into how we do with the normal
So teacher, the limit is changing, no teacher, instead of 256.
yeah,
In
it's like
this
they say in a printer, right? So when we are adding values, right, there's a limit. Like in any printer you will have only RGB values, right? You can't go and print other values, right? So say if you're going to get an inkjet printer, if you know the technology, I'll just show you that. So there's cartridges in this kind of printers, and you can't go beyond it when you're printing, right? So this is CMYK model. You can see the colors are like this. CMYK. There's 4 colors, and only with these colors you can combine and get the printout, right? So you can't go beyond these colors if you are going to get something printed, right? You have to be in that limit, because we can't add another cartridge to this when we are printing, right? Because of that, this is one technology in jet printers, right? But if you take laser, there's a way that we can actually go beyond thing, right? It's not laser, this thing, the laser printer technology, right? So dot matrix, inkjet, those are earlier type of ones. Here, what we do is we are trying to get the the printed paper in a with the spraying technology, right? So you will be combining things in a in this kind of a place, and the laser will be getting rotated, and this is going to get printed using this technology. If you can see, there's one laser here, and it is getting reflected from this hexagonal mirror. There's a mirror here, and from mirror it is getting reflected and it's getting printed on the paper. That's the laser technology, laser printing technology. So if you can see, I think this image is much better. So you have the laser beam here, and from the mirror it is getting reflected and it's getting printed. So there you have a scope of going a bit beyond the normal colors, because it's going to reflect, it will be giving some, say you want to add some shine to your documents or getting that kind of thing, you can get that effect. Very high quality printing can be done because of this technology, right? So it's important to learn how laser printer works, how the technology, because it's like with the laser technology, it's very fast, right? But if you take inkjet, it is using cartridges, it's going from one end to the other. It is very noisy, it is very, slow compared to laser, right? But laser is very expensive, right? Still, this is how it works, right? So this is how that CMYK thing work. Together, the colors are getting loaded to the this cartridge thing, and from one end to the other, on the paper it goes from left to right, like that. So this is you can't go beyond these 4 colors to combine colors and get some shading out of it, right? That's why it's limited for this, right? But if you are not going to print it, definitely you can just do it on the screen and show that is possible, right? But if you are going to do this kind of thing, right, so end of the day, that's the important thing, right? We somehow, you are going to do a degree, right? You will be able to do all these things and get these things printed, then only you will be able to submit it to the uh, lecturer, right? So for that reason, you can't go beyond the colors and use that, right? So only you can get limited to RGB and this printer, right? But definitely you can go for 3D printing, right? So there's no levels or any layer of getting colors, right? I hope you know 3D printing, right? So I think if you take it's a very broad kind of a topic, right? So using,
Teacher,
yeah,
teacher, in Microsoft Edge, teacher does something called Microsoft Rewards. Teacher.
sorry, can you please repeat? I think there's some issue with my speaker. Yeah, if you can speak it again. Uh,
Teacher,
yeah,
that's something called Microsoft Rewards. Teacher.
Microsoft
Rewards.
rewards. Yeah,
Yes, teacher. Ask that teacher.
It's I think it's more into how like is it a software? No, like it's more into I think
Uh,
like
it's in the HT, it shows rewards. And you see it each other.
okay.
It shows 200 like a trophy there.
Oh, like points are given.
Yeah.
Uh,
uh,
really?
Like
I haven't heard about it. Like rewards.
it shows the points. It shows the points.
Okay, let's see
Just it is in the corner rewards.
this one. This one.
No, in the corner next to your account. That's like a trophy which shows
This
200.
one. Yeah, I also saw that. I think it's more into like loyalty thing. You can see and free gift cards about this thing, right? So see, uh, okay. Oh, it's like something for this kind of voucher thing, I guess. Uh, you can see like shopping gift cards and those kind of things. It's like when we are shopping.
Teacher,
Yeah.
when you use the big teacher, the points are increasing. You can even earn money teacher.
Oh, really? So like you have a code that we can use like that way.
And I watched a YouTube which says like that.
Okay. That's cool. We'll see how it goes. Did you try and see? We just try once and see if it's working. Okay.
Well, teacher, I usually don't use Microsoft Edge teacher.
Okay. So same here. I don't use. I think it's from the account itself. They're getting it. Right. So anyway, we will not get it for Sri Lanka definitely. Yeah, we can use it for maybe in other countries. There's a scope of getting some rewards on different shops and all. I don't think it will be something for us in Sri Lanka. So yeah, so coming back to the 3D printing thing, it's like something like that, right? You can print things with the use of the machine like this. Like you can print containers, any thing related to your design. You have to design the things, then only you can get it printed. Right? So like this, it's a very broad topic. You can build different things and combine, right? So when you're using Arduino and all, right, we can use a container or things like that when we are using those kind of things, right? So how is it your Arduino related things? Have you worked on these kind of things like
Not, not teacher, I don't know how to do. I did Python teacher.
you have?
Python, I did Python teacher.
Okay, Python. Okay. I didn't go for Arduino part. Okay.
No teacher, I don't do. I think TK used to do.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he would be because he liked to learn about Arduino stuff, but unfortunately, I was not well and couldn't do it with them after 2022 end, I think, to stop at that time. So 2021 end, I think, something like that. So couldn't actually do it after that. So yeah, right. So these kind of things actually we use it in the industry to create things like say if you like just wanted to show that I'll just show some of the things that we can build from here in case if you like say things like this not a specific kind of thing. Like you can see, water pump is there. Like these are like some examples of creating things, right? So to get this built and to properly have it, you need a proper, a box kind of thing because it's all sensors and all, right? So from a 3D printer, you can design how the container should be according to the sensors, light sensors, humidity sensors, right? The screens that you need. So based on that, a, a design will be made, and you can print it, and you can get all these circuits together and have a nice system built. Right? So that's something related to these Arduino parts, right? So I will just showing some of these things to my students, right? This is how this is 3D printer work, right? You can see there's firmware, and according to our requirement, the printing happens, right? From 3D
Teacher,
printing is some, yeah.
for the CDP, teacher like to print it. Do you need like put any material, teacher? Like to print it? What material they use?
It's like you need to have a specific kind of a design first. Say, so you want to build this kind of thing. Let me show one example. Since you asked, okay. So these things will be. Say you are going to build a just a chat or a text, So these kind of things will be built from one by one will be built, right? So this is how the 3D object looks like. Let me show. So you have to build 3D objects, then only you can get it printed. Right? So like this, these are all into separate sections, right? So these are this is a set of chairs, right? But to get it into different sections, we have to first get it. Then only you can get this printed. You can see this is something that have created, right? So using these ways, you can see there's one color for blue chair, and all the specific items will be added, and design will be added like this, and then you can get these things printed, right? So it will be having a texture and all of them based on your requirement, and then this orange color or whatever the colors you need, you can add it, and you can get it printed as a whole object, right? So it's into these kind of small pieces. I'm not going to do one by one. I'm not adding, right? I'm just developing the whole chart, right? So from the computer itself, they are getting it into that level, and getting it into these kind of pieces, right? So this thing, this orange share, you have added it separately. So it's we can see from each side there are different size of cases, right? So that's why there's a lot of you know uh, white color sticks there. All these things are taken as the object's design, right? Then only it gets into a proper texture, and it will be printed according to the way that we need. Okay? So yeah, I just wanted to show as an idea. This is something we can develop. I think I developed it from Blender, right? So these kind of things we can get it, and we can get the texture added from another place we need to add, and we can get these things printed if you want. So I was trying to show students how to make this 3D printer thing. So that's why I tried to build
Teacher,
some.
Photoshop, teacher, we can't print the 3D stuff for teacher.
No, 3D, we can actually build some things like, effects and all. We can add it into a poster. It's more into documenting stuff when it comes to Photoshop. We can get posters, different advertisements like huge boards being built. Those kind of printing materials we can do with the 3D effects on there. But if you're going to do with objects and all, it is Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. It's more into objects kind of thing, right? If you see this Photoshop thing, it's more into papers related stuff. Illustrator is something you can draw and use the things like this, right? Because it's using vector graphics, right? Vector graphics means it have different types of shapes and you combine it. So whatever I have in this background, my logo, that is something I have developed from Illustrator, right? It's just a D, right? So that D, what I have done is I have
So
just,
teacher, you can add effects to that teacher.
sorry, we can add?
We can add effects to that teacher.
Yes, we can. So we can do so here. If I just add my logo, I can change the colors, get the 3D effect of that image, right? So the things can be changed accordingly because I have added that effect, like to get it in the PNG mode. You have to get it in a specific image file. Then only you will be able to actually use it, right? So I think I have saved this, you know, according to this requirement. Like, say I want to get this artwork thing. Sure. So this is one way that I have developed this 3D thing. If you can see, this is the normal Illustrator logo, which is just like this logo, right? So I have added this 3D effects and it has been changed from like the same image is there, but a different texture, right? So if I have a real building to be built on my academy, I can have this as my, front banners or this board of this thing, right? So the same thing I have done here is the normal image that I have in the back as well. So that is just a D. I have removed this part, right? I have added ICT here and some networking related image, right? So it's related to education. So I just added a graduation tab, right? And nothing special there, but it makes some difference when we do these kind of textures. If you add them, it makes it a bit have some quality to that uh, texture that I have built from here, right? So it's a PNG image. So it can be changed according to if say I want it in black and white, I can change. So this is I have changed it to um, same colors, right? Blue and white and blue. So I can use any of those two things, and I can use even this, 3D glass view. This is one 3D glass view. This is the other one. Okay? For both PNGs, I have changed into this image. Right? So it's giving a 3D effect to the logo that I have developed. Yeah. So good question, Nihan, right? So like you can see, it's in AI form, right? So it's an AI file that I have made, right? So that's why it's having AI in the end as the format. So I can I don't have Illustrator in my office laptop. I just signed today because the camera is good in there, right? So this one. So if I want to open it,
Teacher, you made that in Blender?
no, this is AI, the Illustrator.
Okay.
Right? Adobe Illustrator. So yeah, it's something related to that. Yeah, so a lot of things you can do with Illustrator. Logos, like mugs, if you want to add these kind of logos, T-shirts, right? So to do that 3D effect thing in a better way, you can use Illustrator. Right? So not only Illustrator, there's free apps as well. That is Inkscape is from the what do you call this? Open Draw, sorry, Coral Draw, right? So it's like a very free one. It has a lot of things related to Linux-based ones, Red Hat, right? So it's free. You don't need to pay like in Adobe Photoshop. you have to pay for it. You can see it's in escape, uh, in escape, say, and it's raw freely, right? You can just go to downloads and download the current version and use it, right? It has the same kind of effects, and you can use it with the, Windows, uh, Mac OS both. So yeah, it's something open source. You can just download it and use. You don't need to pay to a company like Adobe, right? So yeah, coming back to the lesson, we went a long way around, right? Anyway, so coming back here, so this is related to binary to ternary thing, right? So binary, it's always like this. So if you want to say I have added 3 here, right? So if I'm adding 3, it is taking, the computer will take it in binary form in this way. Okay? Why do we take it like this? This 3 can be separated as 2 plus 1. Right? So any value, we have to add it into these values and check a value. Say I want to get 12. Okay? So for the 12, to add it, right, you need 8 plus 4, it is equals to 12, right? So 12 equals 1100, right? How did it come? Because 8 plus 4 is equal to 12, these zeros will become 1, and this one you don't need, so it will become 0. Right? So 1100, like that. For each number, there's a specific binary number based on the number. So if I say 24, you can't go for this one, right? You can't get 24 out of these 4 because it's only 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, and 15, right? So you need to go into the next level and get the 16, right? Means 2 to the power 4 is required, right? So it will be 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1, right? So with this, you can find what is the correct one for this one. Right? Let me just do it again, right? So it's 2 and 1. Right? So I'm going to get which number? 24, right? So to get 24, 16 plus 8 is equals to 24, right? So it will be 1, 1, because to get 24, you need these two, and others we can keep it as 0. Right? You are going to just add these two and get the value as 24. Right? So any value you can just check and get the ones that you add in order to get the value, and others you have to keep 0. Okay? That's the easiest way to convert ternary or decimals to binary. Okay? Did you get it? Shall I tell it again? Idea about. We'll do it together.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So this is the binary to decimal form, right? So you can see I have added 1110. Right? What I have done is, I'm going to show it from the beginning. So I have added this 0 here, and I have multiplied it by 2 to the power 0. Right? Next one, this is separate, right? This one is related to this one, and I'm adding 2 to the power base 1. Right? So like that, all are combined that way. This one here, and you're adding it into 2 to the power 2. Okay? Like that, all in the first part, you are adding it to the beginning. Right? Then these are changed according to the numbers that we know. Right? So I showed you that table. Right? So that table has 2 to the power 1 as 2, 2 to the power 4, 2 as 4, right? So that table I have added as the 2 to the base values, right? So if you can see here, this is related to that. You have 2 to the base 0, which is 1. Here I have changed it to 1, and same 0 is here, right? So 2 to the base 2 to the power 1 is 2, and you're adding it here. And you're just converting it to the value that we took from this table, right? 2 to the base 1 is 2. So I have added it here as 2. Okay? Same way, 2 to the power 2 is 4. So 4 has been changed. Okay? 2 to the power 3 is 8. You are going to add it like this. Right? So what it gets into the next level is you are going to remove whatever you have it with the 0 multiplication. Like in here, 0 into 1, right? So it is 0. Right? You will be removing the zeros, and we are just getting all the ones. Right? So this is binary to decimal conversion. You have to get the binary by getting 8 like this way, 8 4 2, because all these are ones. We are getting the values of these two, these three, and we are removing this one because we can't multiply 0 into 1. It is again 0, right? No need of adding it. I'm going to just add 8 4 2, and it will be 14, right? That means 1 1 1 0 binary equals 14 base 10. Right? So this is how the binary is, and this is how it has been converted to decimal. Right? So we'll first do binary to decimal. This is how you convert it. You are just getting the value and then seeing how we can multiply it by 2, and with the power it will be multiplied, and you will get the total value. Okay? So I'm going to do another one from the beginning, right? So I'm going to get one easy one. 1101. Okay, that's the binary value I'm going to get. You can take a exercise book and write it with me so that you will be easily do it with me. Okay, you have a book with you?
Yes, teacher.
Great, right? So write these values first. Just write the unit. It is unit 2. Sorry, unit 1. Number systems we are doing, and these are the bit values, right? When we are getting any file, we are checking how much kilobytes are there, bytes are there. It's based on the number system, right? So if you're going to get binary number system, it will be bits, right? So
Teacher,
binary,
can you send me the file teacher that PDF?
which file? This file?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You're not able to get it from the classroom? Like you were able to access the classroom, right? Not yet. Okay, do it later, right? Okay. So
Teacher, first it's saying the code. It's saying the code page in the classroom code.
code again. Okay, I'll share the code. Let me see. Code is this code, right? So let me copy the class code and share it back. The class code, because I can share this, no worries. I share it as well. I just want to actually, let you join the class because I'm sharing all the online tests and all, just like in grade 6 here. Okay? So videos or something else like here. I have a spot test and all for each unit. We are doing it just like the earlier units, like the earlier grades. So for you to do that, you need to have it in your uh, you know access to the Google Classroom. So you can do it without me.
Teacher, it doesn't, I join it, it doesn't show the assignment, teacher.
You didn't show.
It doesn't show the assignment, teacher. You say no assignments yet.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's because I haven't actually assigned it to you, because without you in this class, I can't, assign it, right? So, because there's a lot of students here, I'm only assigning to the new students that are getting, joining to this session, right? So, I think it's a good sender as well. So, I'm sharing the activity. There's one activity, and the lesson is here. And yeah, um, the
Teacher, I got it, teacher.
okay. So one is systems activity. It is something for you to try, because it's like all mathematical stuff. I have prepared an activity so that you will be more confident on these, values and all. If you go through this, you have to write answers for each numbers. What are the number formats? Sorry, number systems you are using, and like this counting frame thing. I think you know that. So like that, about binary, I have given some exercises and some for ternary stuff. Right. So you will be able to understand it better. I think something else. Okay, that's it. That so it's more into this kind of a way. Just in case if you want to learn about more stuff, we can go through my notes. I have added something more than what is in the lesson actually, because it's important, right? So because we are not using this binary now, right? But no problem, we can't help it, because we have to do what is in your syllabus, right? So yeah, we have to check actually in international syllabus we are converting from decimal to hexadecimal. How to convert we have to do, but in your syllabus it's coming in grade 10 in O levels. You are going to do it in school syllabus, right? So no point of doing it, but still have to do. No, can't change. Okay. So yeah, I have shared the note in the chat as well, in case if you need that. Right, so we are going to add this part. Okay. So 1101, we have to get it as in here. I'm going to right, this is the number, and I'm going to see how we can convert this to binary decimal. Convert binary to decimal. Right? So this is one particular activity that we can do and try it. Right? So 1101, this is how you write it. And next line, we are going to get all these values from the end. Okay? So like this, we are starting from, so it's 1, so 1 into 2 to the power 0. Right? So the problem is I can't use the subscript thing in here. Right? Let's try anyway. Let's try. Anyway, I'll try to do it this way. It's to the power 0. Right? And next we are going to write about next part, which is 0 into 2 to the power 1. right? 0. So it will be removed when we are multiplying it. Or okay, I forgot to get. Yeah, so this one, you have to get the answer like in here. So this one, you have to get 1 into 2 to the power 3 plus 3 to the power 2 plus 1 into 2 to the power 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power 0. That's it. So you have to just combine these things together and get it, right? So it will be 1 into 8, 1 into 4, 1 into 2 plus 1 into 1. So what's the full answer? We can just take it from there. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14.
Teacher,
14.
50?
Yes, it is 15, right? So answer is 15. This is taking in this form, and we are trying to actually just get it, make it easy for us to uh, find the answer. This is equals to 15 in base 10. Always write the base, then you will get full answer. So it's the answer.
Teacher, should the base be only 12? Should the base be only 10?
Only base 10. Yes, base is 10 for ternary. Binary it is 2.
Okay, teacher.
You can try to do this one as well.
10 means, teacher? What, teacher? 10?
Because there's
It's 10.
from 0 to 9, only you can store in these values. You can't go beyond these, right? You can't go within 0 to 9. You can't go 11, 12 like that. This is like combining only values from 0 to 9, not -1 or beyond that. Like that way, like you can
So,
only have,
teacher, we are converting binary to what, teacher?
sorry, this is binary to
Uh,
decimals.
okay, teacher.
Right? 0 to 9, this is 0 to 1. Earlier, this was these ones were there. Right? So, yeah, same way, try to do this one as well. You can see this one has to be written with more of these power ones. Try and tell me if you can answer.
This is 43.
Me 1 minute. Yeah, so here we have to add the numbers as in here. 2 to the power 0 is 1, like that. To get you used to these values, I have added it. So it's easy if you add it here, and you can get these values, right? So 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 3 is 8, like that. To make it easy for you to remember the table, I added this part. It's 32.
Then 64, 128, 256, 120,
Yes,
and 1024.
exactly. Same way. This is 64, 128, like you said, correct? So it will be easy for you to get the third value, which is the huge one, right? So easily you can map it from the table above. That's why I added it. 256. You can see I'm not just uh, seeing anything. I'm just writing from my memory, right? Because we are used to it until the A levels. You have these things, right? You need to do it even beyond it. You have so that's right. It goes until 1024. Right? Why do we have these all until 1024 is to get the capacities. If you just go a bit down in my note, actually in this code, activity, you will find why we are adding these values. It's related to the, these capacities. Right? Please write this part so that you can easily get the other part as well.
Okay, teacher.
All right. How about the next one? We'll do this one, right? So I'm going to write the first one. You wrote it right? 1 0. Right? We are doing it on
Teacher,
the.
I saw it.
Okay, no worries. We'll do it together. 1 0 1. So I'm getting the first one.
I think it's 46.
4.
Wait.
And so this one, you are getting it with this side, this one, like this one. So yeah, we'll see. So this is 1 into 1. Right? We can skip one level about 2 to the power table because we are using this table, right? We don't need to type it actually. So you can just skip it and go into the next one. 1 into 2 is
Is
one
it
of,
40?
sorry, 4.
Is it 43?
Let me see, this is a 0 and this is 8. This going to this level. Let me see, 1 into 8, then 1 into 16, sorry, 0, because we are not adding um, 0 ones. And next is 32. Yes, 32 and 8, it is 40. No, it goes beyond it, right? 32 into 6, sorry, 32 into 8, sorry, 32 plus 8 is 40, 40 plus 2 is, here it is 2, so 42, 42 plus 1 here, that is 43, right? So you have to add all the values. So this is 32 plus 8 is 40, 40 plus 2, 42, and this is 43, right? So always you can, when you're at school you can't, but in your calculator you can always check on the programmer calculator. You can see I'm already changed it to programmer.
Yes.
So this is
Teacher,
stand.
I did in the stand. I calculated that in the standard one.
Okay, that's fine, but still you have to calculate it without calculators in school when it's term test, right? So you have to go again for now.
Teacher, programmer.
Yeah, it is there in programmer, right? So there I have you can just go into decimal mode and sorry, you have to go into binary mode and it will be only ones and zeros there, right? So you can add 1 0 1 0 1 1. So it is equals to 43 in decimal. You can see after it is 53 and for hexadecimal it is 2b. Right? So like that, when we are like practicing, easiest way is to just check it on the calculator and find out these things. Right? We can check and get a idea about these stuff, how it is getting whether I'm getting the correct answer, right? Because in school we are not allowed to use calculators, but at when you are practicing, always you can double check because I won't be there when you are doing all these things, right? So if you are going to do activities in the workbook activities, I want you to do it without me and see. You can even validate your answer with the programmer, but don't use it before calculating, right? You have to get used to it without using the calculator. Just validate your answer, right? Because if you be honest with yourself, you will get full marks for these questions, right? This is only uh, there's no two ways in these answers. Just one answer will be there, right? You can totally score the full marks if you properly convert the values to decimal value, right? So this is decimal, binary to decimal, right? So same way we have to do decimal to binary as well, right? So to do that, there's another way. And so these two are given as homework. You can try these two without me and see. We'll do it together, right? I want you to try and do other one. I think we have another 5 minutes left, right? Yeah, because we need to go for your grandfather's place. I heard from your mother, right? So right, we'll see how we can convert from decimal to binary to decimal, right? So when we are converting binary to decimal, we have to divide. When we are converting from decimal to binary, we are multiplying now, right? Same way, when we are going it for binary to decimal, we have to divide, right? We are dividing it by the base of binary. Right? So if you are going to get like a decimal value, and you are going to divide it by 2. Right? Any number you are given, you want to get it into binary, you have to divide it by the binary's base, which is 2. Right? So we are going to do this way. Like you can see, this is a say you have to convert 8 by to binary. This is how you convert. You have to first divide it by 2. We are not using this division like in school. We use this long division and get the values that this is 4 and yes, uh, you know 0 remaining, right? We are using the other way around. We are using the other division, which is 8 divide this way, and we get 4 and 0. Right? Like this way you are getting it, and we can follow it up to 2, and we have to remember what is left and complete it, right? So this is 0 again, and this has to be 2, right? And 1 is remain, right? So you can't go beyond 1. So the answer for this one, you have to go from this way to this way. That means you are taking 1,000 is the binary form of the decimal 8, right? This is the binary of 8 decimal, right? So it's easy, nothing to do much. Just we are getting the base divided. So if you're going to convert something to octal, we have to divide it by 8. Right? If you're going to get something converted to hexadecimal, you have to divide it by 60. Right? Always you have to divide by the base. Right? That's the way. If you're going to convert it to that particular number system, you have to divide it by that base value. Right? That's why base is really important when it comes to converting things. Right? So this is something like that. You can see this is a huge value, which is 532. One by one, you have to convert, divide and get the remaining value. We are getting the remainder here, right? So I'm going to do another one here. Let's say 28. Right? I'm going to divide it by 2 and find the binary of it. Right? So 28, it's easy. It is 14 and we don't have any remainder. We are getting 0. Right? Always the remainder has to be added.
Teacher,
Yeah.
now teacher, can I lay now teacher? Now it's 4 o'clock teacher.
Yeah, sure. Right? We'll do the other like this under 30 minutes, I think, left. So we'll do it on not 30 minutes, I think, something like that. Still, we'll do it on the next day because other two students, actually, there's one student having internet issues, right? So we'll discuss on next week about that, right? I'll share the
Okay, teacher.
recording later. Okay, then see you.